So I'm curious, how many of y'all have seen the new Chris Rock Netflix special? I was watching it last week and I thought it was hilarious. I like how he was talking about like selective outrage syndrome, where if one person does something or says something, it's okay, but if someone else does it, it's really, really bad. Like, for example, Trump got caught with classified documents and the media went crazy, like it was impeachable offense, it was the worst thing that's ever happened. And then more recently, Biden has got caught with classified documents, not once, but twice. And when he does it, it's not a big deal. Like, he didn't mean to do that. It was a mistake. It was an honest mistake. Probably my favorite part was when he talked about Will Smith, because I'm sure y'all remember a year ago at like the Oscars or Grammys, Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth. He yelled at Chris Rock like 3 times, and Chris Rock didn't say anything. He kept the show going, didn't say anything for a whole year, and then he just let loose on Will Smith during this Netflix special. And I think there's something very important about how Chris Rock handled this situation versus how Will Smith handled it that every man needs to learn from. Real quick, check it out. I have a very, very, very large life update for y'all. Y'all know we moved to Spain like 6 months ago. We bought the Audi RSQ3 back in December. We've had it for like, what, 3 or 4 months. It's amazing, but we're getting to the point where like we might want a second car because sometimes Julia has somewhere to be. The same time I have somewhere to be. It's rare. Usually we do most stuff together.
But it's inconvenient.
So we decided it's time to buy a second vehicle, and I was looking at Porsche, because I really like Porsche. I was thinking about getting the Macan GTS, but then I heard in 2024 they might release an electric EV version of the Macan. I was like, maybe I should wait for that, but we need something to drive now. And we bought something. So without any further ado, let me introduce to you the Aprilia SRGT 125 cubic centimeters.
You're like a baby, you're like a baby.
So this beast is my first ever motorcycle, or it's kind of like a scooter motorcycle hybrid. 125cc's is the engine size. That's the maximum you can go in Spain, at least, while still driving with your regular driver's license. Like, I'm not trying to get a motorcycle license. And the reason we chose this was basically because it was the dopest looking moto we could find at this size, but also it has the Piaggio 125cc engine, which is like indestructible, I guess.
I think this moped is absolutely sick. My favorite part is the yellow, matte yellow color.
Yeah, first we were gonna do matte black, but you have to realize the main reason we got this is because the traffic supposedly gets insane here in the summer. It can take like hours to get anywhere in the car. With this, we can swerve through traffic, but the guy who sold it to us was like, if you get matte black, you might get hit by somebody, but nobody is gonna miss you swerving through traffic with the Rello, with the Yet and the Rello. Fuck. Now, I may or may not have already gotten to my first accident yesterday, the first day that we owned it. You'll see it's a bit scratched up on the yellow here. And what happened was I was down in Estepona, which is a town I don't really know. Julie had an appointment over in Marbella, and I was trying to navigate with my phone while also driving with one hand, and it was dark out, and then the car in front of me slammed on his brakes. So I slammed on the right brake, and the motorcycle just like fell over this way. So I like stepped off of it, landed like this, or like this, and it went sliding like 10 feet in front of me, barely stopped in front of the car in front of us.
This is why we can't own nice things, because he always scratches them.
But it's like they say, you know, the sooner you get that first scratch out of the way, the sooner you can stop worrying about it. And man, between the Audi back bumper getting hit and falling off and this bike, I don't got anything to worry about, bro. I gotta say, even though this has got a little itty bitty motor on it, it drives phenomenally. Phenomenally? Like driving by myself, I get up to 115 kilometers an hour, which is like 70 miles an hour. And with Julie on the back, we still get up to like 60 miles an hour.
That is fast enough.
Also, it costs $4K, because I know some of y'all are gonna be asking, and because you're watching this at 4K. All right, back to our man, Will Smith and Chris Rock. Something Chris Rock said during his special that I really liked is that I could have chosen to play the victim. I could have made that choice, but instead I chose not to be a victim, right? I got smacked in front of millions of people. I could have been all mad and upset about it, but he didn't. He could have sued Will Smith after. He chose not to sue Will Smith for millions of dollars. Even in that moment, after he gets slapped, you can see it in his face. He takes it, he smiles, and he just keeps going. It's a very, very good example of just strong masculine frame. Now, Will Smith, that's a different story, right? He heard a joke that Chris Rock told about his wife, and maybe you think it's a little distasteful, but it's a comedian. That's what a comedian does. And he got butthurt to the point that he walked up on stage at the Oscars and slapped a man. That's emotional. That's weak, right? Even recently, after the Chris Rock special, it's been reported that Will Smith said that he's embarrassed and hurt by the words Chris Rock said. It's like, bro, you literally slapped this man in front of the world, and then now when he's telling jokes about it a year later after he didn't even sue you, you're embarrassed and hurt? All of this pain is self-inflicted, bro. Why are you choosing to play the victim? And how has the world reacted to the situation? Well, people are seeing Chris Rock as a hero. He stayed calm, kept his composure, and made a hilarious fucking Netflix special about it.
It's not like he's gonna tear my very vulnerable life apart after I smack him with some of the best comedy that anybody's ever written.
Will Smith, literally everyone is calling him a bitch. I'm not calling him a bitch. Everybody's calling him a bitch though. But the point is, no one feels bad for Will Smith. People have just lost complete respect for him. And as someone who's a big Will Smith fan, like I love Bad Boys and I Am Legend, still love those movies, but I don't like to see it. Now, another example of this recently has been Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. So Prince Harry's from the British royal family. He married this girl, Meghan Markle, who's like an American actress. And then he just released this book, this autobiography, that I haven't read it. I'm not gonna waste my time reading it, but basically the idea is that he is just whining and complaining that his family, the British royal family, like neglected him. They paid a lot more attention to his brother. He had such a hard life growing up. And it's like, bro, are you really writing a book that's gonna make you millions of dollars to complain that your privileged ass life that no one can almost relate to because you were in the British royal family was so hard and so difficult? And like, I get it that, you know, everything's relative in life and his situation might have sucked and he might have had some trauma here and there. But how has the world reacted? Again, everybody is looking at him with zero respect.
What the hell?
What'd he just say? He victimized me! It's because I'm an ethnic woman! He can't do that!
Like, how are you seriously gonna play the victim, bro? Not to mention that writing a whole book just hating on your family, which is kind of like a private matter, is just, it's just a weird, weak move. And the whole point here that we need to realize as men is that, look, if something bad and unfortunate happens to a girl, she can play the victim if she wants to, right? Men are gonna come in and try to rescue her. Her female friends and other females are gonna be cheering for her. You know, go girl, we got your back. We want you to bounce back. But when a dude plays the victim, it's just weak and everybody loses respect for him. And it's not fair. It's not maybe ideal, but that's the reality of the world. Gains, bro, workouts complete. Now, something that I forgot to mention to y'all about my motorcycle accident is that when I fell off of the bike, I fell like this. I still have my GPS in my hand, and I kind of slid on the ground for a few feet on my hand and on my knee. Take a look at my knee. It's not badly hurt, right? But there's clearly a scrape there, like it broke the skin. Now take a look at my joggers. These are actually the same joggers I was wearing last night, which maybe is gross, but I wanted to wear them again to prove a point to y'all. Take a look at the joggers. There's literally not a single stitch missing, nothing at all, no damage. That is the quality you can expect from Edge joggers. Not only do they look sick, these are the Performance Tech joggers I'm rocking right now. They have insane stretch, perfect fit, but they're built not only to handle your toughest workout in the gym, they're built to handle your next motorcycle accident. Unofficially, of course, but for real, if you have not tried a pair of Edge joggers, right now we have our Performance Tech joggers, the ones I'm rocking right now, in stock. We also have our new Movement joggers in stock. We also got a bunch of dope tees, Henleys, shorts, but our joggers are our best-selling item. Because you're watching my video, I'm gonna hook you up with the discount code you can use to save some money at checkout. Just go to edgelifestyle.com or click that first link in description. Now look, it's not only famous men like Will Smith and Prince Harry who play the victim, right? A lot of regular dudes play the victim too. I used to play the victim all the time in my life, and you know, maybe you're watching this and you're a shorter guy and you're 5'5", and you think, well, I'm short, so I'm never gonna be able to attract a high quality girl, or you know, it's just not realistic for me to ever be wealthy and have a lot of money because I've just come from a poor background, and that's not gonna happen to me. Or I just have bad genetics, my face is ugly, or I'm overweight, and I'm gonna focus on the fact that things can't work out for me. And I used to do this. I used to identify as a loser, and I'd walk into every room and I'd immediately identify all the men who are higher value than me and have some negative thoughts about them. Whenever I saw a girl, immediately in my head, I told myself some story about that's why this girl wouldn't be into me, because I have a big nose or because I'm not popular. When you're doing this, not only have you internally already accepted defeat in your life, but externally, no one's gonna have any respect for you. If people aren't respecting these famous people with all these accomplishments, like Will Smith, for example, how are they gonna look at a regular ass dude who's playing the victim? You're gonna look at you like a loser. Just another negative dude who doesn't believe in himself. Like, guys aren't gonna respect that. Women are never gonna find that attractive. And I understand that some of y'all may have some serious disabilities or have gone through some serious shit that I cannot even relate to, that is an actual real obstacle that's very hard to overcome. But even then, you still have the choice whether you're going to choose to be the victim or whether you're going to choose to focus on what you actually can do to improve your situation. And when people see someone who's an underdog and who has a really shit situation and who's still trying to level up, people fall in love with that person, and people have more respect to that person to anyone else. You know, Stephen Hawking, serious disability, still crushed it, made a name for himself. Respect that man as much as anyone. Jackie Robinson, first black player in Major League Baseball, dealt with an absurd amount of shit and obstacles and insults. Who doesn't respect Jackie Robinson? He's a boss. Maybe a more relatable example. You know, when I meet a guy who's exceptionally short, but he's still crushing it. His style's on point. His fitness is on point. He's at approaching girls. He's getting girls. I respect that man more than anything. He's not out here crying that, no, but it's not gonna work because I'm 5'4". He's just fucking getting it done. It's a choice, man. Don't make the Will Smith choice. Big night tonight. We're trying out a new pizza spot, which could be huge. This one's called, the box doesn't say what it's called. So Julie got a barbecue chicken pizza. I got the Diavola, which is like spicy pepperoni. Also, last night we checked out the first episode of this show called The Night Agent on Netflix. Very promising.
Yes, go ahead.
Pizza was 8.5 out of 7. This show is a solid 8.9 out of 7.
Out of 7? You fucked up the first time, then you said it again.
What do you got out of 7?
7 out of 7.
Now, real quick, I want to give a big thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Elite Body Sculptures. Look, I know there's a lot of men out there who've gone through a long process of fat loss, grinding in the gym, grinding on your diet, and then at the end, you end up with some loose skin here or there, or maybe like a pocket of fat here or there that is just very stubborn and won't seem to go away. So Elite Body Sculptures is a med spa that has locations across the United States in most major cities, and they offer some services like Air Sculpt, which is an innovative fat loss process, or skin tightening that can help you out if you're in the situation. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and drop a link down in the description in case you wanna find the location near you and learn more about what they offer. If you made it to the end of this video, I recommend you check out that one next. It is about masculinity, hookup culture, and the downfall of men. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, and stay beastly.